Joining us right now, the London Crumpet and the Royal Wizard, Neil Sean. Melanie Bromley, let's start with you. The dress that she wore, they are very well-kept secret, but finally we find Sarah Burton from Alexander McQueen, the designer. What do we know about it? Details.
Wasn't it worth the wait? It was the most beautiful dress. And actually what we have been told is that Camilla's daughter, who works for Harper's Bazaar, actually introduced Kate to Sarah Burton. And that was how Kate knew about it. And that Kate knew from the start that that was the designer she wanted. It was the most beautiful dress because from the waist down it had the grand scale that fitted the Westminster Abbey, but at the top it was symbolised a new era of the modern royal family. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. I loved every part of it.
What did you think of the train? Because I thought it was sort of the perfect length, not competing with Diana's train. And I thought the length was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It just fitted the Abbey, and it wasn't too much that she couldn't move around in it. It wasn't going to be too heavy for her. So it was just wonderful. I loved it. I think it's the most classic, modern. It was a contradiction in the dress. It was the most beautiful dress that we'll look at for decades to come.
What have you learned about some details inside Westminster Abbey that we might not know?
Well, it was kind of exciting for the people inside because when they were inside, they could hear when the Queen arrived because they could hear the cheers outside and how exciting that was. And William and Harry, of course, they arrived at the Abbey before everybody, the rest of the royal party, and had some time back in a private area where William was able to compose himself. But I think for the royal family, for Kate and for William, they were shocked by... we all knew that amount of people were going to come out onto the streets of London, but seeing it, it's so different. And that's you two talking about crying. I was emotional too, and I'm never normally like that. But because it was such a huge symbol of how much love this couple have and how much people want them to work.
Yeah.
We love your country. I love the pomp, the pageantry of it all. It's so regal. Royal Wizard. It's all about the party now. What can you tell about Pippa and Harry's party?
Well, obviously, it's going to be a big event. Never mind Kate. What about Kate? You look gorgeous. You really
Absolutely.
do. The fascinator's
I'm
fabulous.
not going home.
I know, you look
Besides
wonderful.
this in the fam, I love it over here.
Every day.
String of pearls, so sort of regal. But yeah, tonight, really, for me, that's the most exciting bit because, of course, people who will be attending, the sort of performances with Ellie Goulding, Joss Stone, stuff like that. And how hot did Pippa Middleton look when she walked down that,
This is an absolutely, unbelievably gorgeous woman.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. She is.
And the composure of everybody at the wedding, from Pippa, she had big duties there. How about Kate Middleton's brother, James, giving that speech so eloquent? He didn't miss a note.
I said on Twitter, now that boy can read.
I noticed
delivered.
on your tweet that you said you were in tears, and I thought, you're just missing me. Then I read further down. And I thought, it's the wedding.
Sorry, Neil. You know what had me laughing, though, was great, was when they were walking out of the Abbey, Harry and Pippa walking together. Harry leans down. I call him the flame-haired foxhound. I love him. He leans down. He whispers a little something with a twinkle in his eye.
Yeah.
She looks up, giggles right there, and the crowd goes nuts. They see it. The crowd goes nuts. They love Harry.
Do you think how strange would it be, dare I say? I know she's with somebody, but if they started dating,
I'd love it.
You have to think
would love
something.
it.
Yeah.
They already have screened the family. The Middletons are fabulous.
Yeah.
That dress, she looked flawless with the buttons coming down.
Beautiful.
We're talking about Pippa now.
And she must be one of the most eligible women now in England. She just looked gorgeous. And the same with Harry, everyone was watching them. They're the ones that tonight at the party, they're actually going to get drunk. It's a young person's party tonight. And we'll all want to know what's going on inside the palace walls tonight because they're the two that could be having a lot of fun.
The other thing I took away watching it was I felt like the couple, they had intimate moments as well. Granted, the whole world was watching, but I felt like they sort of made it special onto themselves. There was a moment they were sitting there listening to what was going on, and I felt like
the kiss was weak, though. I thought,
What? The second one was
it wasn't
good.
strong enough for me. I wanted a long movie
Snog.
star. I was thinking Marilyn Monroe, Niagara, and I got a
Neil
bit weak.
Sean, you naughty wizard.
Neil is right, though. Neil is right because I was hoping for a embrace the cheeks, maybe a 2.5 second, nothing too crazy, 2.5 second smooch. But that's why he went in a second time. I think he probably felt it. And she gave him the look. Bless her. She knows. She gave him the look for that second one and said, come on, big guy, come on back.
But I also think what we have to remember is all of this kind of amazing ceremony that actually it's two people that are in love and it's their private day really that we're so... of course it's our royal family, but lucky enough to witness and be a part of their love story. And Yeah, it's a lovely, emotional, amazing
she's getting
day.
all filling up again.
I know.
I'm just ready for the party.